So vocational training within prison is the practical courses, motor mechanics, welding, electrics, through to the construction side of things where they will be doing brickwork, plastering, tiling, painting and decorating and so on. The vast majority of vocational courses are level 1 going up to level 2. The level 2 would then be a diploma, so it would probably, within a prison setting, would be probably around about 5 to 6 months on course. It's the equivalent to a course which would be 2 years within a college.
The things that satisfy me, I would say, what make me feel really good is when you've got a guy who comes in the door and he knows nothing about cars. You say to him, you know, you show him a spark plug, doesn't know what a spark plug is, and then you see the smile on his face when he comes back with a distinction or a credit, and he's done really well.
You're shaping people, so you're actually affecting the progress and development of somebody else. In a prison, that's like +2. We talk about reforming lives and changing lives completely, radically from what they were to what we're hoping them to be.
I taught a lad engineering. He then went on and did a level 3 CAD qualification. He was exceptionally good, and about 3 months after he got released, he was given a 3-month trial with McLaren. And after those 3 months, they took him on as a full-time permanent designer with McLaren Motorsport.
I love it. Why, I don't know, but I do.
Security.
Security side of it.
Your tools have to be counted in, counted out, signed at the end of every day.
Prisoner safety, my own safety, other people who might be coming into my workshop, for their safety as well. You have to keep an eye on everything.
If they have gone missing, then you potentially might not have those students tomorrow because they could be getting searched, or if they have got the tool, they could be, put in isolation, or anything could happen.
I think my family were very concerned at first. Very concerned, but as time went on, they just saw how much I loved my job, and it's just normal now.
You can't put a front up, you've got to be yourself, you've got to be the same person every day. You can't be coming in the room being uptight. Any problems outside cannot be reflected in the classroom.
Somebody who's non-judgmental, who has lived experience of things that will help them to build rapport with prisoners.
I tell them about my life being a painter and decorator, the houses I've decorated, who I've decorated for, the amount of money you can actually earn, and that then clicks over to them and they're like, oh, I can actually earn legit money, this much money? And you're like, well, yeah, you can.
A great teacher in prison is passionate. Someone that passionately enjoys the job that they're doing. They bring fun into it.
I go on the internet and bring in job descriptions and jobs and what companies are offering for shop fitting, and it's like, £200 a day, and they're like, wow. So that's what I try and do for them. And then I get asked, why are you a teacher?
Vocational workshops for prisoners is something they're used to. A lot of the guys come in and they've worked in the construction industry, they're very good with their hands, they may not necessarily have an education, but they've probably been on a building site at some point. We can offer them qualifications which will assist them in gaining employment, potentially their CSCS card, which is again where English and Maths and ICT becomes quite important, because you need those skills to be able to take the exam.
Being able to actually go and actually do something in a vocational workshop and actually physically doing it, whether it's bricklaying, whether it's learning how to upcycle, whether it's learning how to plumb, is again really key to be able to show to an employer the offender actually physically has done that with their hands, rather than just learning about it from a PowerPoint presentation.
Very practical based vocational skills, very hands-on, and also employers in the vocational background, in the construction background, tend to be a lot more open-minded. So there are good employment opportunities with various groups out in the community around construction skills and vocational work.
We're Kia. Kia is mainly a construction company. We look after highways, water, utilities, housing maintenance and construction. If you're looking more at our housing maintenance, for argument's sake, we like looking at basic bricklaying skills, plastering, so the sort of manual roles that a lot of these guys don't need major qualifications for, but can gain a basic qualification whilst in prison, which will set them up from the outside.
It benefited me greatly because I left school with no GCSEs. I left with an education but no GCSEs because of being an unruly kid. I got expelled, and they put my papers out on a desk and never told me they were there, so I never had to go back for my GCSEs, which was a shame because I would have been A's and B's.
The qualifications, the skills and the knowledge that we can offer people inside a prison allows them, once they go the other side of that gate, they've got real opportunities.
Going into the education system in prison actually helped me to gain qualifications that I never thought I'd be able to get.
If they can see the little steps, you know what, I can do that and I've done well with that. And a lot of them have got that ability. They just think of schools as being a horrendous situation, and they've not liked it in the formal setting, so a lot of them have opted out of doing it.
And doing a paint and decorating course in prison, perfect, it's free of charge. I didn't have to go to college, and I got a qualification. It's now a City in Guilds in paint and decorating. I've also done a City in Guilds in horticulture, a level 1 diploma in landscaping in prison.
Enhance those skills now, get the qualifications, and then when you get released, you can actually start turning your life around.
What am I doing now? Wow, I'm a busy man. I'm actually self-employed. I run my own business, carpet laying, wallpaper and paint and decorating. I do landscaping, I do gardening, I do absolutely everything.
I've had prisoners who have come to a Celebrating Success event who have held back emotions because nobody's ever recognised what they've done before. They are in a cycle of feeling worthless, and they're made to feel worthless when they come into custody as well. But they have achievements here, and that's really strong.
The qualifications are genuine qualifications, and it doesn't matter where you got them from. They will never know that you got them from prison. The education that is available to people in prison is amazing. Definitely worth doing, definitely worth doing.
To the would-be teachers, tutors, instructors, the one piece of advice I could give you, if you enjoy teaching, it's a perfect environment. You've got guys who are not fortunate enough to enjoy school and not fortunate enough to have the wealth or whatever they need to live, and you give them something that they can leave here with and further their life in the right way, not the wrong way.
I met some fantastic people who had just taken a wrong turn or wrong choice in life. people from various backgrounds who are willing to learn and willing to change their lives, and with the right teachers coming in and providing that service for them, you can make a massive difference.
If you come and work in prison education, I can guarantee you will make a difference to somebody's life. You have got so many skills that the prison service needs. It's essential that we help these guys to make a difference to their lives and the lives of their family and the community. When you're thinking, do I go to a school or college? Do I go to a prison? This is the environment if you really, really want to make a difference to somebody's life.